Hi everyone, thanks for joining me again today. Today I'm going to show you how you can take your stickers that you might have in your collection already and use them for stencils for distress ink blending. So here's some stickers that I have in my collection. They have some really great sentiments, and I actually picked these up from my local dollar store. And I just loved these sentiments, and you could use the stickers as is on your cards. However, I'm going to be using them today as stencils. So I'm going to be taking the happy and the birthday from this set, and I'm going to be placing them on my card. And after I get them positioned on the card the way I want them, I'm actually going to be doing some ink blending over top. Now these stickers aren't the best quality for adhesive because they are from the dollar store, and so they actually don't have a ton of tack to them. But however, which is actually good in when using them for stencils because they are removable. So I'm just getting the birthday positioned under the word happy the way I want it. And then once I get it lined up, I'll push a little firmly just so I can get it to adhere. And then the dot for the eye, I didn't really like how long the dot was. So I'm actually going to trim it down just to get a little bit of a smaller dot to put above the letter I. So I'll get that positioned. And I'm just showing you there how I trimmed down that little dot. And there's actually a special word for that dot, but I can't remember what it is. Now the distress inks I'm going to be using are tumbled glass, peacock feathers, and cracked pistachio. And I'm just going to be picking up some of that tumbled glass ink and going around the stencil. At first I was being really gentle and going over the sticker really lightly because I was afraid that I was going to actually peel up the sticker by doing my ink blending. But the more I did it, I realized these stickers were adhered pretty well. And I could go in with a little bit more pressure and do some blending how I typically would over a stencil. So I'm just putting some cracked pistachio over that tumbled glass just to get a little bit more of a minty color over top of that blue. And then I'm adding some peacock feathers right on top of the letters just to deepen that color a little bit. I'm going for like a teal mint blue color. And then I'm going to go back with my cracked pistachio and just blend it out a little bit more into the white. So you can see how nice and blended that is. And then I'm going to be peeling up the stickers, and I'll show you what happens. I love when you peel up stencils. It's just like Christmas morning. It just feels like ta-da! I just love that. So I'm just going to peel up that birthday, and you can see how that sentiment really pops against that distressed color. I'm going to put these stickers back on their backer sheet because I can probably use them at least 1 or 2 more times. And I'm just using my little poker tool to pick up that little dot of that eye, whatever it's called. If you know what it's called, please leave it in the comments below. I'm just taking a piece of teal cardstock that is cut to 5.5 by 8.5, scored and folded at 4 1/4. And the white panel of cardstock here, this is actually some Bristol smooth cardstock I forgot to mention. That is cut to 3 3/4 by 5.5. So it's 1/2 inch smaller than your typical A2 size card. And I just adhered that to my card base with some dot runner adhesive. Now this is actually some silver glitter washi tape that I get from my local dollar store as well. And I'm actually going to be taking this metal ruler. It has a nice thin metal edge. And I'm going to be using that along with my X-Acto knife. And I'm going to cut the washi tape in half, or I'm going to attempt to. And I'll just trim it down, trying to get it as nice and straight as I possibly can. And then when I lift out my ruler, I realize that they're not equal. They're not even. So I'm going to trim off a little bit off the bottom as well. Sorry, my head gets in the way there. And then I'm left with this tiny little strip, but I can use that on another card. So I'm going to pick up one of those pieces and I'm going to put it near the bottom of that white cardstock. And I forgot to mention, I like to use a Bristol smooth cardstock when doing distress ink blending. I just find the ink blends so smoothly and nicely on that Bristol smooth cardstock, and I rarely get harsh lines from my blending tool when using Bristol smooth cardstock. So I'm trimming off the excess of that glitter washi tape. And I have this pack of butterfly and accents that I got from Michael's a long time ago, and I just happen to have them in my stash. I decided to go with that darker teal butterfly. It seemed to match my ink blending pretty well. And I'm going to be adhering this with my new Tonic Nouveau adhesive. This is one of my new favorite liquid adhesives. It's really easy to get out of the container. It's a nice big size bottle, and I find it dries pretty clear and it works really well for accents. So I'm going to be showing you one of my accent binders that I have. This is actually an 8x8 scrapbook album that I had in my collection, and I actually use this to store all of my jewels and rhinestones and pearls. And I thought I'd give you guys another option because I always tend to use my crystal drops by Nuvo, and you can actually get these ones that are already done for you, little accents and pearls and rhinestones, from either your dollar store or your typical craft stores. And so I thought I would use these teal pearls because I thought they matched really, really well with my card. And then these are actually fully adhesive, so they actually have adhesive on them already. So I'm going to peel them off and stick them around my card. If you are worried about the adhesive not being strong enough, you actually can squirt some strong adhesive underneath the pearls, but I actually find that these last pretty well, and I'm not going to be sending this through the mail. If you want to send a card through the mail that has something like this, a little bit more dimensional, you might have to pay a little bit extra for postage because it is a little bit thicker than your typical card. So I'm just placing them around where I'd like to put them on the card. And now I'm going to take my Jelly Roll white pen, and I'm just going to add some stitch lines. I felt like it just needed a little bit something extra, so I'm just going to go along the bottom and the top and add some dash lines. I just love this effect. I got this idea from Christina Werner years ago. She used to do this to all of her cards, and I just still love doing it to my cards today. So I'm just going to add that stitch line on the top of the card. And that pretty much finishes off this card. I just love how that sentiment really stands out against that ink blending. I just think it turned out just beautifully, and it looks like you spent a lot of time. Oh, it looks like I lost a rhinestone there. It looks like you spent a lot of time creating that sentiment. I also created a pink and gold one, and I used that thanks from another sticker set. And I just wanted to show you how you can get a different look by using different colors. So the one that I just used, I used those 3 colors, and then the one on the left, I used worn lipstick and spun sugar to get that pink look on the bottom of that card. So there you have it. There's a way to use your stickers as stencils for ink blending. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked the video, please hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.